first video talking about Week 14, the Bears versus the Ravens. And this is a game the Ravens need to win to continue their playoff hopes, and they need Jacksonville lost. For the Ravens, they really need to run the ball again, like last week. Just pound the ball and use that play action. Really use that play action when we run the ball, because that's our bread and butter. Another thing is the Ravens really need to hold Jay Cutler and Matt Forte. They really need to control the defense. Really needs to control that Bears offense, because Jay Cutler can really throw the ball, and he does lead the league in interception, but he's still a good quarterback. Everyone has to remember that. Matt Forte, he's a really good running back. People need to know that as well, and he could have a big game on us. Another key thing is Tati might be out for this game. These are things that I'm hearing. I don't know if they're true. He has an ankle injury that he aggravated in the Detroit game, and I don't know. I mean, that's kind of scary because our backup, LJ Smith, is also hurt, and he's not going to play in this game. So we have Edgar Jones, and he's not a real tight end. So we'll just have to see the following days. We'll have to see if Tati is going to play or not, because we really need Tati back. Ed Reed, he's not going to play this game. I think he'll be playing in the Steelers game, which is next week, but Ed Reed's not going to play this game, and that's okay because Zbikowski's been playing really good football. Another thing is Mark Clayton, and I don't know about Mark Clayton. I don't know if he's going to play or not, but I do know that if he doesn't play, we have backups that can take his place in Kelly Washington, which is a big plus, and Demetrius Williams, which he exploded on the Detroit Lions. He really did show why we have him around, because he's been completely injured his whole career. Another thing is the Ravens offensive line, and I have to say that the Ravens offensive line is came back against Detroit. They played well against Detroit, because that Green Bay game, they played awful. They completely played awful. Ben Grubbs, a guy that's all pro, the guy that we drafted that's supposed to be great, completely got manhandled that game by B.J. Raji and that whole interior lineman. It was just awful. I mean, I've never seen the Ravens offensive line play that bad, but they came back against Detroit. Even though it is Detroit, they came back. They played good football. They played hard, and they got some rest early in the game, which is good. Another thing is Joe Flacco. And Joe Flacco has changed from the beginning of the season to now. Joe Flacco, his injuries are definitely showing. His injuries are showing why he can't throw the ball the way he used to throw it in the beginning of the season. And I know the Detroit game he played well with the injuries, but against those good teams, the injuries they account for something. And his ankle injury is showing why he can't really run, and he has a hip injury, which also shows why he can't run. And then I'm hearing that he has a rib injury. I don't know if that's true, but Joe Flacco's been banged up, and he is starting to have a sophomore slump. But if he plays good this game and the next couple of games, I think that Joe Flacco will get away from that sophomore slump, and everyone will just say he had a good season, which I hope. And I mean, there's nothing else to say but my prediction, which I think it will be a close game, 21-14 Ravens. I think the Bears will try to make a late drive, but I don't think they'll succeed because our defense will stop them. And another thing, for all you Browns fans, thank you. I want to say thank you to you guys, because you guys beat the Steelers, and quite frankly, I'm tired of the Steelers. They talk a lot of shit, and that's all they do. Apparently, that's all they do. They come on YouTube. I see them type, the typers. I see what they leave on Be More Online, Be More Nevermore. I've seen it on, not as much on D1 Redman, but they talk a lot of shit on Be More Online and Be More Nevermore's on videos or pages, and I'm just here saying, you want to talk shit, come after me, because I'll definitely talk shit with you guys. I do have a mouth. I'm just being a little quiet right now because I don't want to say any shit. But yeah, I'm here, Ravens Running Gang. I want to come onto that team, and yeah, this is my first video. Be More Ravens online. Everyone, get ready. Raven Boy Wonder here, and that's a wrap.